Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here, and today I want to talk about how I am surviving during this crazy period of market volatility. Now, I know if you are a trader like me, you've probably noticed that small caps have been pretty dry lately. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, you get little spikes that happen early in the pre-market, like APM here that went 439 and then just gives it all back, ending under VWAP, right? Or you have things like VVOS, which was nice, but kind of just chops around. Like the moves, the follow through, it's just really not kind of there. And honestly, like, you haven't really been seeing me do a lot of these morning gap scan videos because there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, right now, let's just take a look at what's showing up on this scanner, like SRRA. I guess, like, this is turning around, looks good, a little high priced for me. But, I guess if you're into it, you can watch APM. Kind of like, it's here on the 3550 EMA, which is cool, but it's also way far under VWAP, so that's not awesome either. CKPT, like nothing's that exciting. This is like a little wedge. This is kind of nice. And that's literally it. Three ideas on the gap scans, but honestly, like, I haven't even been thinking about it. I've been chilling and I've been focusing on playing the ETFs, the S&P 500 or the Qs, and doing it in conjunction with the volatility index, which we've talked about before. You can see this here on yesterday's action. VIX topped out at 38.94, and this is what, 910 Pacific. And then let's look at this, 910, boom, pretty much correlates with the ultimate bottom from yesterday's SPY session. And it's really cool to see how you can use those in conjunction. I kind of tapped this 38 to 40 zone as a big area of resistance on the VIX from previous VIX spikes. And you can see we sort of like rejected up in this range. If we go into the weekly, you can see how we there we go. We can see how we rejected in this range a couple times before. So that was, you can use that key level to see how it reacts to help you time that bottom. And that's really what I've been doing here on the channel. I got level 2 options on my TDM. So now all of the option strategies that you've heard me talk about in the past, I'm going to be doing through this account, which is awesome. Because now we'll be able to track it in TraderView. And if we go over here, we can see, about $1,050 in the last week, which is amazing. Like, best week I've had in this account that we've been tracking so far. If we clear this and we go to like 90 days, finally positive on the 90-day on the 90-day look, which is really cool. Now, definitely not, can't let it get to my head. Gotta keep, stay calm, take trades, and yeah, I'm using this with the EMA cloud system that we've talked about before as well. You can check out the video I made on that if you are curious. But I'm only about $200 away from making up for last year's losses. And these don't factor in commissions, but hey, one thing is, one thing at a time. About, I think it's like 2,500 or something on Profitly. Let's see if we check real quick. Whatever. But so anyway, we'll talk about the cloud stuff. Quick refresher. Basically, like, I'm using the 3550 here as my trend definer, right? So if it's under this 3550, see how it's orange when it's pointing down, I have a bear stance, and I try to go for puts into pullbacks, right? So if I'm gonna play here, I'm gonna play here. I'm literally your risk is like a cross over this first 513 cloud, right? Or you grab this and your risk is a crossover here. So it's nice. It gives you those places to get that tight risk reward. If you want to play the reversal, right, which I got chopped in this reversal yesterday, but it's fine. We still ended the day slightly green. But your idea would be like, okay, blah, 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 pull back. It held. And then you take your position here and you risk a cross back underneath that 35.50. And you would have caught that massive rally. And the clouds, they work no matter, like they work on anything like stocks, ETFs. You can even look at options pricing. So if we go over here to SPY and let's look at, if you want to load, let's look at all products and check out the options chain real quick. Let's just, I don't know, for fun, see the 432 puts, and we can click send to, I'll pick number 2 yellow just because I like yellow, and we'll go over here, zoom out of here, and look at this. See this number 2 in this bottom corner? Now what am I looking at? I'm looking at the actual pricing structure of what this option did. Right now this was on an expiry day, so it went all the way down to 0 because that was 24th. We're now at the 26th. So let's say let's look at this, just so I can show you one that maybe didn't go to 0 yet. Not quite to 0 yet, right? But look at this. Look at the range on this. Is 432 put, and you can see how it follows the cloud system as well. Like, it's really cool to see how all of this works. And now I'm kind of using a volume profile too that's overlaid onto these. I think it's really nice to give you an idea of where things are going, right? I can really clearly see this area of resistance that we're going to face should we rotate back up into the SPY. And it's also really interesting to note how we topped out on that surge yesterday, right at the bottom of this value area from the previous day. So I kind of plotted these lines here as areas of interest should we rotate back up. I don't think we're going to see that today, personally. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of morning wash back in to test this area, which was our point of control yesterday, before deciding what it wants to do, chopping around. Probably going to be an inside bar kind of day. But I don't really care. I don't need it to break out. I don't need the SPY to fall, whatever. I'm just going to follow the order flow, right? If it wants to be a bearish trend, I'll look to get puts into pullbacks. If it wants to be a bullish trend, I'll look to get calls into pullbacks using that 35.50 as a guide. Also remember, zoom out, look at your 30-minute time frames, look at your hour time frames, get an idea for what the bigger picture is. If you go to the hour or even the 30-minute, look at this. Topped out. Look, the 1 hour 35.50 EMA cloud acts as resistance. Even on the 30-minute, right? We kind of blew past it on the 30-minute. Take off that extended hours. It's right there. Look at the 1 hour. Interesting, a little higher. I do like having extended hours for the most part, but you want to get as much information as possible. The more confluence that you can have in making your decisions, like, oh, we're at resistance here, and it was the balance zone yesterday, and it also is the 35.50 EMA. It also is a resistance area on the daily chart. The more of those overlaps you get, the stronger thesis you get. Like, all this time we spent up here, I think 453 to 460, like this whole zone is going to be massive resistance if we even get up there. Also, have this trend line drawn, so just keep an eye. You want to get yourself all these levels to watch. Anyway, that's how I am surviving in this period of volatility while small caps are down. It's like I said, I mean, the options have so much range. you know, here's $5 at the open on this put, to a high of 13, right? So much range. Now you got to be responsible with how you trade it and how you handle your risk management. Like the way that I'm doing it is, I assume a 50% risk. Like if I buy a contract for $100, you know, 50, I know that I got to be willing to let it grind against me for $50, or rather just be okay with losing the entire value of the contract, because that's how quickly these things move. But also, like, what does it matter if I buy a $150 contract and I'm willing to let that go to zero, but the upside is 1, 2, 3, 400% on a contract move? Then what does it matter, right? That's your built-in risk reward there. So like I said, it's been interesting to see how that works, and it has been working pretty nicely. I guess I flipped out of the trader view, but it's been working pretty nicely. It's got me green so far on the year, and I think I'm just gonna keep focusing on that until volatility starts to drop. I think this strategy is really in play as long as VIX is over that 15 level, which, you know, we're way over that 15 level. We're almost at 40. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing and let me know in the comments what other types of content you want to see from this channel. Stay safe out there. Truly crazy, weird, wild times we're living through. I'm Harvey Trades. I'll see you in the next video.